Hey, great geography. It's Mr. Maya here. I'm coming to you with your next assignment and what we're going to be looking at for the next week, probably 2 weeks actually, because this project's a little bit more in detail. Thanks to everybody who's already submitted your sustainable city project. If you're still working on that, that's no problem at all. Keep working hard on that and getting it in. What we're going to be doing here is revisiting population density. So that's what we looked at about 3 weeks ago. In calculating the population density of different regions around the world. But we're going to look a little bit closer to home and look at Ontario. But first, before we start the project, I want you to understand what a Chloropleth map is. And that's what you see here on the screen. This is a Chloropleth map of the Ottawa-Gatineau region, and it shows our population change from the 2011 to 2016 census. So they've used 5 different colors. When we create a Chloropleth map, we want a minimum of 5 categories, but we can go up to more, but we don't want to get too crazy. Okay, too many categories makes it really complicated to read. On average, we have about 5 or 6. So here, if we look at the categories, we've got a legend down at the bottom. And my camera's blocking your view a little bit, but you can see they've got white, orange, a very light purple, a dark purple, and then a really dark purple. So our dark purple shows a 10% or greater than 10% or greater population change between 2011 and 2016. Our medium purple shows a 5 to 10% range. Our light purple shows a 0 to 5%, and our orange shows a sort of less than 0 or up to 0%. So these are regions that might have actually shrunk and didn't actually grow between those 2 years. And then white, there's no data available. And on our map, so our white is everything around the Ottawa-Gatineau region because that wasn't part of this map. So when we look at this Choropleth map, the colors show us the change numbers, and they can be used for any number of different things. But we're going to create a Choropleth map that shows the population density of Southern Ontario. So what you're going to get, and it's going to be available in Hapara, is this map of Southern Ontario. So if you have a printer at home, feel free to print it and color it in using, say, pencil crayons. And say you choose to use green, let's say, right? We're only going to color in the regions of Ontario that are named here. And you might choose, say, 5 shades of green. Light green meaning small density, dark green being a very dense area. Okay, and anything that's outside, we're going to leave white, and you can put your legend in sort of here on the side. If you've got space, you can put a legend sort of right there, and then you have space for it. How do you get the population data? So that's the question. So this is going to seem a little bit repetitive because we've done it already, and there's a lot of information here. So this Southern Ontario population density and Chloropleth map Google Doc will be put onto Hapara. Okay, so at the top here, I've reminded you how you can calculate the population data. And again, most of you have already done this for, I think, 10 countries around the world we looked at. But now we've got every county or municipality in the region. So we want to take our population density is our population divided by the total area. Right? So I've given you Algoma's population density. So a population of 114,000 divided by 48,000 kilometers squared is a density of 2.3. What you're going to do is you're going to go through, you got to recalculate all the population density here. Right? Ottawa Carleton's here, so our region is there as well. Right? So almost all this data is from the 2016 census, except for the Ottawa population, which I use the June 2019 data because we're now at 1 million people, and I wanted you guys to have the most up-to-date date information. And so go through and calculate everybody, and then at the bottom, I've asked you to calculate the density of Ontario as a total, and then calculate the density of Canada as a total. Once you've got all your numbers, you're going to want to put them into categories, so pre-set up categories. So on our map, what we might want to do is in our legend, we might want to have density from 0 to 3 will be light green. Density today. 3.1 to let's say 10 will be medium green. Density from 10.1 to let's say 50, dark green, and then density from 50.1 to let's say 100 will be let's do slightly maybe different color, maybe a dark blue. Density 100.1 plus we will use purple. Say. So that gives us a great range, right? Anything that's 0 to 3 will be light green. Anything 3 to 10 will be a medium green. Anything that's between 10 and 50 is going to be a dark green. So those will stand out a lot, but as very small regions. And then when we get to bigger regions, right? 50 to 100 will go blue, and then 100, anything over 100 will go purple. So in different areas, like Ottawa might be a purple. Toronto and the areas around York and Durham and Peel might be in that dark blue, purplish color as well. If you want to go higher and have more colors, that's totally fine. So there's a couple options for this. If you don't have a printer, you can upload this picture into your Microsoft Paint or Google Draw on your Google Docs and actually fill each block in with colors, and that works as well, and might actually give you access to more color shades, but it's totally up to you on how you do it. As always, if you have any questions, let me know. Via email is best, and then we can get from there. Good luck on your Chloropleth map. This will be the task for the next 2 weeks, as it's a large task to calculate all the density and then also to create the map. Again, on your map, I've already given you a title and your scale. You should put your your compass rose on it, and your legend to explain your color graphs. So this should come in both with the map and density calculations. Good luck, all the best. Talk to you soon.